So come on back with me, yogis. We're going to begin today standing. Welcome to class. Happy Friday. My name is Tiffany. I'm honored to lead you through some stretching today. When you've made your way back to your mat, we're going to start with ragdoll rolls. So if you haven't done these with me before, I'll show you. I'm going to turn to the side. You can stay forward. We're about hips width distance or maybe a little wider. And then we really bend our knees here. And as you bend your knees, take your eyes forward. Feel that lift in your upper body, and then remove that completely. So for our ragdoll roll, we're going to take our eyes down and hunch. When we hunch, we begin to roll all the way down as if you're a ragdoll, really loose. From here, roll back to the top, and then think about a big wind coming and blowing your arms backwards, your head backwards, open your throat, push your tail back, and let your skull come back. This feels like a cow, yes? Come forward, let's find a cat-like shape. Roll forward, find your way down, and then re-rise, rolling up, but then we kind of slow motion fling ourselves backwards, finding that cow. All right, yogis, let's breathe in our cow. Exhale, come forward, find your ragdoll, roll to the floor, and then re-rise all the way back up to cow with an in-breath. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, rise, and I'd like to offer an optional release. So fingertips come up. You can tip to the side, right side, let's begin, and fall down this way. Re-rise back through the center and try the other side. Tip to the left, fall through the side body. A little less ragdollish, but still very nice. And let's incorporate another ragdoll in between. Rise as you breathe in. Fling your body slow motion backwards. Kind of like we're in that movie, The Matrix. Come forward, release the ragdoll. Optionally, you can continue as you are, or we're going to start the other side. Half moons here. Lean to the left. Circle down. Just a half circle. Rise back up. Let's connect with breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Ragdoll, roll down to the bottom. Make your way back up to standing with me. And as if you're that ragdoll, slow motion, release the arms back behind you. Little ragdoll shoulder roll. So I'd still like you to try to move through your ragdoll body. Remember, that was cow, cat, cow, and cat. Can you switch directions? Always awkward going forward. I can't really go forward with my elbows bent. That feels super tight in my body. So I send my arms long and circle forward the best I can. We're going to go smooth. If you find a little click or a hitch in your shoulder, pause there for a moment. Breathe into it. Make your way back down through ragdoll to forward fold, holding onto your opposite biceps. And let's tick-tock slowly to the right, slowly to the left. When you do this, yogis, you're shifting your weight to the right foot and then the left foot. Find the outer edge, inner edge. Really purposefully pay attention to how your weight distribution is changing, where you feel that through your feet so you can stay present in your practice. Stay in the middle of your toes. Pogo stick, a little pulse down with our forearms and the crowns of our heads. If this is the first time you've bent forward today, let's take a very, very big knee bend. You might be pulsing your chest onto your thighs in this case. Really safe here for the backs of our bodies. Release your fingertips to the floor. And every time we rise today, yogis, we're trailing fingers or fingernails over toes, tops of feet, front of ankles, then slide around to the sides of your thighs. Trail up your hips, your side body, your neck, and even in your skull. You want to see if you can lift your hair off your head. Release back down, forward fold. Let's try that again. Drag your fingers or your nails. I use my finger pad, so it feels pretty stimulating this way. Nice way to just really warm ourselves up. Stretch high to the sky. And next time you fold, let's stay. Right arm rises. Left knee bends, a little twist. Wrapping your right arm around your low back to help your shoulder release. You might like to lift your left ribs and hold your left inner thigh. Breathing here, looking wherever it feels good all through practice today. Eyes down, release your right hand, slow and steady. Bend your right knee, left arm rises to the sky. Let's look upwards if that feels good, twisting through our necks. Left arm drapes around the low back, and alternately, you might like to lift your right ribs and try to grab your right inner thigh. Slowly release eyes, left fingers fall, and we'll take a big, slow step back with our right legs. Landing into kneeling lunge, rise with the arms overhead, sweep everything high. Hips are shifting back, so they're stacked on top of your right knee. And then release back down, hips get drippy and forward. Inhale, shift back, sweep arms wide, release them wide. Sweep arms forward as your hips shift up, forward and down as your hips glide. One more time, big breath in, rise, big breath out. Let's stay at the tip top, but this time press off of your left thigh. Can you feel a stretch coming into your stomach? Push your heart away from your knee. Clasp your hands behind your low back and chase your right heel with your knuckles. Soften your elbows, then really stretch up through your belly here. Breathe in, release, breathe out. Elevate your right knee, move forward and back. Bring your kneecap back to life if it gets a little cranky from your kneeling. And on one of these shifts, come forward, back to fold. Let's hold our biceps or our elbows again, but this time, yogis, spin a little circle, right around to your right heel and around to your left heel. Drop your gaze. Let your head hang a little heavier. Maybe close your eyes. I'm going to ask you to get quite comfortable with that today. Let's take another breath in through our noses and a big sigh out through our mouths. Back to center, fingers fall. Left leg, really long lunge back, but let's kneel. Oh, it feels so good. Yeah? Good work, yogis. Arms rise, sit up. Your hips are finding the top of your left knee. Shift back, shift forward. Fingers fall wide and down. Eyes fall. Rise through the fingertips, maybe through the eyes. That's a balance challenge for sure. Release. We're just gonna switch the way our arms move. Bring them forward. Float them down. Oh, did you feel your belly stretch when you reached overhead? So good. Big breath. Big release. Oh, let's find that stomach stretch again. Press off your right thigh. Lift your body. Try to push and traction your spine so much that we feel it extending. One more big breath in. Clasp hands behind your low back. Peel your chest. Open wide, left to right. Stretch towards your left heel. Big, beautiful breath in. Release. Lift your left knee. Bring it back to life. Move forward and back, stretching out the back of your leg, your calf, and the bottom of your foot. And on one of these shifts, swing your leg forward. Roll to rise, or if you liked your side bends from the beginning of class, you can always come up through a half moon. Big breath in. Speaking of side bends, tug on your left wrist to lengthen first. Tip to the right. Back through center as you inhale. Tug high with the right wrist. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, lean to the left. Try one more time with a little step. Hold, lengthen. Step your left leg behind, really behind, yogis. Notice I didn't step close to my right foot. Big step back. Tip if you feel great. Looking wherever your body is feeling extra good today. Center we go. Inhale. Lengthen through the right wrist first. Right on back with that right leg. Lift. Play with your gaze. Move your body. Experiment and see where you like to be. Center we go. Arms and eyes rise. Release. Fingertips fall to the floor. Give them a little wiggle as they float down. And when you're ready, let's lift halfway. Big breath in. Big breath out. Fold to your max. Try to think about coming down, yogis, as opposed to nose close to knees. Think about bringing it closer to the floor. Bring the crown of your head all the way down. Right leg takes a long step back. From this, we rise the high lunge. And let's tuck through our pelvises here. So in our high lunge, your tail might be poking back. We want to try to take it under and forward. Then release, push it back again. Tuck tail under, release, push it back, working into your hip flexors. Tuck and extend. One more time, pull in and extend. Fingers fall to your hips. Give a squeeze like an accordion, squeeze in, left to right, and fold over your left leg. Allow your fingertips to find the floor, or if you use yoga blocks or anything to build the ground up, find the top of those. Keep your back heel lifted, pushing out through that right heel. Take a few pulses. Heel rises, push back. Rise and push back. Oh, it feels so good. Or maybe not. If you're really tight back there, it might feel a little gritty. Just breathe through it. When you're ready, lunging again, left knee bends, hands frame left foot, and we press back, downward facing dog. Through this down dog, yogis, let's bring our big toes about an inch apart from one another. Stay with the upper body in down dog, but bend your knees so dramatically that your chest pushes back to your thighs. Inhale, rise. Lift your heels, bend your knees, exhale. Chest pushing back to thighs. Rise. Coming back to regular dog in between our turbo dog, our knee hovering dog. Press back. From dog, roll to plank or kneeling plank. Wherever you are, smile in your collarbones and pull your heart forward. Exhale, chaturanga by bending elbows. They hug the outside of our ribs. We lower our bodies fully prone, very flat. Walk feet out. Fingers reach back behind us. And then take your palms out to the right and the left side. Thumbs turn up. Screwing your shoulder blades down into your spine. Big breath in. Use all 10 toes to push into the mat and help you boost higher in the top half. One huge inhalation, slow as you can. Gather up all that strength, summon your inner fire, inner warrior. Release, fingertips fall. Whoo. Let your hips sway side to side. Just a little jiggle through the backside so you can release any tension and press your hips back, child's pose. From here, walk your hands as far forward as you can go. You choose whether you like your knees close or wide. Thread your left arm under the right and peek out under that right armpit. Yogi's choice, left palm down or up, but let's all try to wrap our right arms around our low backs. We have that option again, yogis, to lift our left ribs and try to grab onto the left inner thigh. Now, wherever you are, can you pull your pelvic floor up and in? Feeling your lower abdominals kick on. One more big breath here. Releasing back to regular extended child's pose. Right arm reaches, left arm unthreads. Switch when you're ready. Right arm threads under. Walk far here, and then yogi's choice, palm up or down. But let's all try that wrap. Left arm around your low back. I challenge you to lift your ribs. Try to get your knuckles right under your ribs there and then grab onto your right inner thigh. Big breaths. One more, my friends. Feeling that great tension releaser through the outer right shoulder, inner left. Re-reach forward, extended child's, both arms long and strong overhead. Toes tucked, turbo dog, lifting your knees as much as it feels challenging. Hips rise. Your left leg rises, three-legged dog. It doesn't matter how high you lift, never worry about that, but I want you to think long. Push your toes away from your right fingertips. Eye gaze looks forward. Let's step, yogis. Right between the thumbs. It's okay if you got stuck somewhere else. Grab your ankle, help it underneath the knee, and then rise to your high lunge. Okay, so you might not be able to move your tail without your hands. So if you'd like, hold on to your hips, give a little tuck of your pelvis down and under, and then let it push back. Get a bend through the back knee, and then straighten it. Inhale as you press, Left hip flexor forward. Exhale as you release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Try twice more. Is anyone else shaking when you do this? Massive stretch. Release. Hands come to your outer hips. Squeeze them in like you're making an accordion. Lift straight through your right leg and slowly descend body, falling forward for this very wide pyramid pose. Keeping your back heel lifted, are you able to send it into a few pulses? Down through the left heel, rise, down and rise. Let's situate ourselves so we have hands on something to rise the ground, or maybe fingertips or fists, really strong wrists if we use our fists. When you're ready, my friends, bend your right knee. Find that lunge. I'm tricky today. We're pushing back to down dog. Gonna get a little core blaster in here. So let's walk the dog. Stretch out the backs of our bodies, bending and alternating knee. Pushing and pulling, straightening and bending. Swaying through the hips, feeling our body stretch through the outer hip. All right, enjoy yourself for one more breath because I'm going to challenge your core today, yogis. Coming back into our crouching dog. Remember how we pushed our chest back? Bent our knees and brought our chest to our thighs, right? Come forward into plank. Plank pullbacks, we call these. Bend your knees, crouching dog, forward into plank. Try 2 pulses as you crouch. So we go back, back, shift forward. Are you able to do it kneeling? Absolutely. The whole shebang if you want. Down on the knees and shift forward. Now, if you're looking to up the intensity, make this more interesting, we're going to add on a crunch. Left knee to the top of your left elbow. Tap. Push back. Right knee to the top of your right elbow. Tap. Push back. Can I do this on my knees? For sure. Still so great. Right knee. We have 4 more. Final challenge, yogis. Bend your knees like you're coming into that chaturanga. Push back. Bend your knees. I recommend a big exhale. That's very challenging. Exhale as you find it. Push back. All right, let's find our downward facing dog. Lift your hips high. Look towards your thumbs and tiptoe walk forward. Let's release our shoulders. Well done. Roll to rise. Woo-wee. Holy moly, that was hard, yeah? Good job, yogis. Let's get that out of the way. Clasp either forearms or your hands. Press back behind you. Open your chest and your throat, gaze upwards. Feels great. Wrap around the left side of your body. When you drop your ear, think about lengthening it well past the end of your mat. Beautiful. Stretching out the right shoulder, right neck. Close your eyes. Nice moment to arrive within. Listen to your body and block out lights, colors, textures, stimulations. Eyes back to me. Open them if you'd like. Re-stretch behind you. Wrap your hands around the right side body. Instead of just dropping our right ear, let's think lift, lengthen, go long, and then feel free to shut your eyes for a moment. All right, I mentioned earlier that I'd like you to get comfy with your eyes closed. We're going to go through one round. Sun salutations, plain vanilla, nothing fancy, eyes open. Then we'll challenge ourselves by slowing down and closing our eyes. Back to center, reach to the sky, breathe in. Extended mountain pose option, yogis, lifting off of your heels. That makes it fun. Exhale, heels down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Really feel how your body is in each of these positions. Release. Right leg steps back. Find warrior 1. Flatten that foot. Rise through the arms. Don't worry so much about your alignment. Worry about breathing, feeling yourself breaking out of a funk. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Lift your back heel. Find your dog. Roll forward as you inhale. Find your plank or your kneeling plank. Chaturanga as you exhale. You're going to choose your back bend. Get long. We either keep our hands or fingertips down, lifting just the upper body, or you might like to hover the hands, lift your toes, knees, and thighs. Back bend of your choice. Child's is what I prefer. Then to dog, you can always come straight to dog. Right leg rises, breathe in. Look forward, step between your thumbs. Back leg follows. We come to forward fold. From this fold, we're finding chair. Sink your buns down. Arms are anywhere, whether they be on your hips, your heart, your shoulders, or the sky. Stand tall. Remember that we have the optional heel rise. Okay, let's finish this. Release, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, release. Last part here. We're going through the left side. Left leg steps back, warrior one. And then we challenge ourselves by closing our eyes. Big inhalation. Stretch taller, sip in more air. Exhale, beautiful job. Lift your back heel, push to dog. Roll forward, yogis. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, you do a back bend that feels good. Just so you know, I love an up dog. Arms straight, knees and thighs rise if you'd like to join me. And then if you do, you might like to twist and look over your shoulders. So good. Find your way back to dog, whether you do a child and a dog, you choose. Left leg, remembering that we want to be long. Nobody cares how high we rise. We're just getting into our elongation mode. Look forward, step forward, find your low lunge. Stepping straight into chair pose. Sink your buns, arms are optional. Stand tall. Okay, my friends, one more on each side. Are you ready? Blink your eyes closed. We're gonna feel our way. Stand taller, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Slow down, my friends. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Right leg, long lunge back. Softly now, find your left knee over your left heel. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, release. Up you go, any back bend, whether it's a baby cobra or a big full up dog. Maybe you're rolling around a bit here. Press back. Child, make your way to dog. Right leg rises high. Crunch your knee under your body. Feel the angry cat and then step between your thumbs. Warrior one, because I forgot it on the first round. My bad. So if you already did it, you might be doing two. Extra warrior ones definitely never hurt nobody. Rise through the upper body. Release. That back heel will spin to the sky. Find the lunge. Back leg steps forward. Find your fold, yogis. Hang your head. Soften your jaw and your cheeks. Sit low, chair pose. Your eyes are still closed. You got this. Inhale, stand tall. Optionally, rising off of our heels. All right, listen, since I goofed on the first round, I'm gonna go through that goof round again. We're gonna do the same thing. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. All right, just go with me, yogis. Left leg steps back. We're gonna be in a lunge. Downward facing dog. Roll forward, feel your shoulders over your wrists. Plank. Chaturanga. Do a back bend that feels great in your body. If there's any crunchiness in your low back, widen your feet to the left and the right. Down dog eventually. You do what you need to do to get there. Inhale, left leg rises. Okay, listen up, yogis. I'm gonna throw that warrior one in here. Step between your thumbs. Spin down through the blade edge of your right foot. Maybe you climb up your thigh if you're a little nervous to rise in warrior one with eyes closed. Fingers fall, frame the left foot. Back heel rises. Step forward, fold. Remember, we want to come down with the crowns of our heads. Sink back to your buns. Chair pose. It's very low, this chair. You've got to get deep in it. Not done yet. Arms rise, stand tall. Option, I challenge you to lift your heels if you haven't yet. Come on, let's do it together. Eyes are still closed, we're almost done. Soften your face. Allow those wiggles to come. We grow when we challenge ourselves. We don't grow in our comfort zone. Heels fall. Ungrip through your toes. Soften your face, your fingers, your elbows, and your shoulders. Eyes open. Well done, yogis. Bring your hands to heart center and give yourself just a little bow because you're awesome. Let's move on through some warriors. Chair pose. I challenge you to touch the floor. Keep your hips there and then rise the arms. Great job. Forward fold. Left leg steps back. Spin the blade edge of that foot down and a gigantic windmill to your warrior two. All right, let's get soft through the upper body. Release your arms. I like to move them like they're a blade of grass on a windy day. Deeply bending into right knee and pulling it towards our baby toes. Strong man, strong woman, warrior. Take some fists. Right arm overhead, left arm under navel. Lean back to reverse warrior, but the purpose of our fists is to spin our chest and shoulders. Watch me. So your fist is pushing you around the corner. Great job. Warrior two. Give your fingers a wiggle. Extended side angle, strong man, strong woman version. Right arm under, left arm over. Remember what our fists are doing? Rotating us around the corner. Right arm under, left arm back. Back through the center. Big wiggle of the fingers. Lean back, strong style. Back you go. Plain vanilla, give them a wiggle and a release. Extended side angle, strong style. Great job, yogis. Come on back to the center. Lean to the right and hold. Stay super long, armpits through your hips. Lean to the left and hold. Let your neck just gently fall towards that arm. Come on back to the center. Spin around the corner. Very tight ropey lunge here. Might feel a little chaotic. We're going to push back to dog and rinse that out. Vinyasa is optional, yogis. Come on forward if you're coming. If you'd rather stay, we'll meet you in a moment. Chaturanga, up dog, or any back bend of your choice. Press back, find your dog. Let's meet our friends. Left leg rises, push away, but we're gonna open our hips this time. Bend your heel towards your butt and open your left knee. Think about a yawn. We want it to be so big and so good. Nice and slow, luxuriously opening here. Come on back to the center. Three-legged dog again, long and straight. Eyes forward, step between your thumbs and step into fold. Let's polish it off with our low, low chair. Fingers down, buns down. Once you get your chest lifted, rise your arms. Uh-oh, did your hips rise? Oh, I totally cheated. Try again. Keep your hips. That's hard, huh? Okay, stand up. Whew, getting out of there. Release the hands. Give them a swing. Low, though, beneath the shoulders. Maybe you swing them forward and back. A little personal fan will generate some air for our lower halves to enjoy. Okay, let's finish this. Fingers down, sit in your chair. Arms rise somewhere new and interesting. Release. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Right leg steps back, yogis. Swivel it down, and as you dramatically windmill your arms, let's see what we can do here to strengthen low half, soften upper half. Aligning, knee, left knee over the heel, bending deeply in and opening out towards baby toe. Beautiful job. Strong woman, strong man, reverse warrior. So if I'm here, my fists are going to help me there. Really open in your chest. You feel like you could breathe infinitely huge. Extended side angle, strong woman, strong man. I love that little extra punch. Like you got a little more to give. Good work. Come on back. Don't forget your finger wiggle. One more round, reverse warrior. I dare you to try to say that. Finger wiggle, it's quite hard. Come on back. Give them a wiggle. In you go. Really twist here. Right shoulder back, left shoulder under, super job. Unwind that big twist, soften. Gently lean back to the right. Let your ear float towards the right arm. Gently lean to the left. Left ear floats down. Coming back to the center, windmill arms all the way back to our low lunge. Feels kind of tight, yeah? Don't worry, we're out of here. Push back. Downward facing dog. Optional, and it's our last vinyasa of the day, so join me if you'd like. Roll forward, breath in. Descend, breath out. Back bend, breath in. Down dog, breath out. Tiptoe your toes forward. All the way in between your thumbs. And now a tiny little step back, yogis. Right foot crosses behind the left. Our feet are touching or really close. Big toes plug down. Cross-legged forward fold. From here, let's walk our hands to the right side. Try to let your upper body hang as heavy as possible. A little twisted, cross-legged fold. Back through the center. Both hands walk to the left. We are plugging our big toes down at all times here. We're trying to plug our big toes down, I should say. That's hard to do. Through the center, keep your crossed legs. Roll to rise. Woo! Hard, huh? Great job. Lift your left knee. Uncross. Woo! Work through those wiggles. Great job. Clasp your hands in front of your kneecap. Hold your shin and then push your shin forward. Get a big release. Do you feel your shoulders, collarbones, and neck stretching? Keep pushing your shin into your clasp. Breathe in. Breathe out. Awesome job. Open your arms to a V overhead. Extend your left leg to me. Kind of like a flex and a point combo. We're going to push a little bit through the ball of that left foot. Push it forward. Stay strong. Squeeze through your quad. Pull your kneecap high into your thigh to feel your muscle. Excellent job, yogis. Rebend. Release. Keep the arms. Just give your hips a little wiggle. Ay, ay, ay. Good job. Left foot really close now behind the right. Cross-legged. Forward fold. We can hinge or roll. Find a way down. Hang really heavy. Try to release your shoulders. Your head. Maybe it can shake no. Releasing any tension off of the ends of your hair. Both hands walk to the left side. Now look, your big toe wants to rise, but we're going to try to press that bad boy down. Keep it down. This will help us ensure that we fully stretch from the left to the right sides. Fingers walk to center and all the way to the right side. Try to keep your big toes down. That's going to be our challenge. Come back to the center with me. Keep your legs crossed. Maybe you soften your knees a little bit and roll, or you can hinge to the top. Woo, I'm getting a little stuck, so I'll meet you when I get there. Hard stuff. All right, lift. Once you find your balance up top, lift your right knee. Big breath. Clasp your hands, but as soon as you do, find the opposite clasp. So if you always have right finger on top, switch. Good work. Push your shin forward so we feel this tremendous pulling across our chest, collarbones, and shoulder heads. Keep pushing that shin in. Breathe. One more. Big breath in. Open your arms to a V. We're going to floint, pushing the right ball of your foot forward. Toes are open, webbing is wide. Straighten the best you can. If you need toes on floor, please do. Kneecap high to thigh. Breathe, squeeze, strengthen. Rebend. Release. Woo-wee. Shake it out, yogis. Wiggle your hips. Shake free of your tension. Great job. All right, let's rise. Arms up. Forward fold. Well, we're going to go one more little challenge, my friends. Then we'll be seated. Left toes step back. Hands walk forward so you feel stacked. Shoulders over your wrists. We're going to bend a little bit into our right leg, the front leg, and lift our back leg. Warrior 3 supported. You don't have to choose support. You can bring your hands to heart center, anywhere new and interesting, overhead, side body, or reaching back. No matter where your arms are, we are crunching left knee to chest, rounding into our back and looking at our nose, and then pressing back forward, trying to find a bit of a cow shape again. So I'm going to go hands at prayer. Soften your right knee. Crunch and round, left knee to nose. Push back, find a bit of that up dog in your chest. Exhale, round, we're only doing 4. Inhale, push back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Thank goodness we're only doing 4. That got hard really fast, didn't it? Soft micro bend in your right knee. Step your left leg back. Find a big lunge. And as you windmill, arms to sky, right arm falls behind you. We're going to try to grab the back of our left thighs. It's okay if you just reach the air. No worries. Lift and shine your heart to the sky. It's chasing your wiggly left fingers. They are free of tension. One more breath in. As you exhale, windmill down, lunge twist, left fingers low, right arm high. You can always have it around your low back if that feels better. We want to really try to pull our right sits bone back towards our left big toe. Keep it strong and squared in your hips. One more big breath here. I love a good twist. Exhale fully, eyes down. Right arm falls any way it feels interesting to you. Elevate your left leg again. One more supported warrior 3. And drop it like it's hot. We're going to drop into a squat. You choose. You want your toes together, knees together, toes together, knees wide, feet and knees wide. Why don't you try something today that you don't normally do? Because we always resort to the good old. Now we want to try something new today. So I'm trying toes together, trying to push my heels down, knees together. Good squat. Just take a second. All right, sometimes it's scary when we know what's happening. We have that big warrior 3 coming, yogis. Take your time here, another breath in. When you're ready, find your forward fold. Hips rise. Okay, let's do this. Together we are stronger, yes? Lift your right leg behind you. If you're gonna keep your hands as supported warrior 3, make sure you've got your stack, wrists under shoulders. Don't worry about that if you're gonna switch and use an alternate hand position. You know that they can reach anywhere, yes? Alrighty, let's do this. Right knee to your chest, round and curl. Press back, open your belly, open your eyes forward. There's gonna be a soft micro bend in your left knee at all times. That was our check it out, try it out round. We have 4 more. Exhale, round. Inhale, push back. Can you open your right toes? Exhale, round. Inhale, push back. Last time, yogis, make it your very, very best. Inhale, extend as far as you can. Touch your back toes down, find a lunge, and as you reach your arms high to the sky, we're gonna windmill. Left arm back, reaching for the back of your right thigh. Right arm up, chasing the ceiling, the sky, whatever's above you. Big reverse lunge. Take a slow, super beautiful big breath in. Fingertips as you exhale, find the floor. Right fingers down, left fingers up. Now what happens, I'm gonna show you my bad hip. See how it starts to poke away? We wanna draw the left hip back towards the right big toe. Then you feel the most sensational outer thigh, outer hip stretch. Take your time here. It should feel pretty awesome. Breathe in. Maybe you wiggle your left fingers. Maybe you smile in your mind's eye or on your face. Last round of breath. Top arm comes down any way that feels really interesting to you. Elevate your back leg one more time, a supported warrior 3. Tap toes, try a different squat from before. So on this one, I'm gonna go toes together, knees wide. Oh, that feels good. Safety of the ground. Oh, maybe you lift your hands. You feel steady in your new squat. Doesn't have to be pretty, yogis. We're practicing. We're here to challenge ourselves. We're never performing. We're never aiming for perfection. We're just here to improve things as we go. Feel better in our mood, open our bodies, create space for things that are lingering. Maybe they start to dissolve. Fingers down, hips high. One more forward fold. This time we take a big left leg, step back, land on the top of your foot and your shin for a seated twist. As you make your way down, let's draw either the right foot in front of the left shin or over the thigh, and we're gonna give it just a big squeeze. Doesn't seem like you're doing anything here, but oh, it feels so good, doesn't it? Working into your right outer hip. Shuffle or shimmy around so there's no flesh under your sits bones or tail. And take your eyes over your right shoulder. I encourage you to find some place with your arms that feels really nice. So for me, I like to go left elbow outside the right thigh, and then I just try to dangle the lower arms. There's no weird tension in it. Right arm presses the floor away. We sit real tall. If you don't feel like you need that kickstand, wrap your right forearm around your low back. Most importantly, as you twist to detoxify and wring tension out, we're breathing. Each exhale lets a little bit of what's no longer serving us begin to dissipate. Forward we go. As you come back to the center, take the soles of your feet together. We're going to go a little fork lifting here. But when we get into our bound angle, let's take a little butterfly wing flop. Is that what you call butterflies when they fly? I don't think they flop. Flap? Flap. Let's flap our wings. That's the one. Now you choose, yogis, how far you want your heels from your groin. Just loosening up into our hips here. Get really comfy, no flesh stuck under your tail. And then we're just gonna lean off to the left side. Use your forearm. Try not to use your elbow, that can be a little pokey. Lean over, get a little deeper here. As we're working through this, if you're feeling unsupported, put something soft under your knee or knees so you feel supported in your posture. Same on the right, just lean your body weight over, press your forearm down. You can move it or just lean in one spot. Okay, so before you get low, watch me. This is the fork lift. We're gonna slide our forearms under, they face up, and see how my knees are up? I wanna try to push them down. At the same time, I'm trying to pull my forearms up, right? So we have a pushing with the legs, a pulling with the forearms, and my back starts to round, and we get into the low and mid back, like crazy, open, strange, awesome ways. So let's try together. Slide your forearms, if you can, underneath your outer shins. You're gonna have to rise your knees for that. Then you push your knees back down. And as we push outer shins down, we're trying to pull the forearms up. But most importantly, you're gonna tuck your chin towards your chest. Round your back. Think about that hare, that rabbit pose we do. Round up like that. Pressing down with the outer shins, pulling with the forearms. You get the added benefit of that funky push into your forearms that makes it hard to open and close your hands. Breathing through your back, widening, stretching open top to bottom. On your next inhalation, yogi, soften all the pushing and pulling. Woo. Release your hands. They might feel a little stuck. It's okay, take your time. And then rise up. Now, if your forearms are a bit cranky after that, give them a little rub. Rub them, massage them. When you feel pretty good, we're gonna switch sides on our twist. All right, let's go right knee bends. And left foot, either in front of your right shin or over the thigh. Let's just hug, just squeeze it real tight. And then if you feel pinched with your flesh underneath your sits or tailbones, let's just scoot that free. That's so important. Yeah, now we can do it comfortably. Good work. Okay, when you're ready, sit tall. Maybe you just want to peek over your left shoulder and hang out there. That's so nice. Or add some arms. Left hand can come behind you to help you sit tall. Maybe your right elbow comes to the outer left thigh. Draw your navel in wherever you are. Inhale. Exhale. Swivel eyes to the left. If that left arm is not necessary, wrap it around your low back, training your core to be very strong and help you sit confidently tall. Let's try one more big breath in here. Very slowly, yogis, during that exhalation, swivel back to the front. Eyes back forward. Lean your hands behind you this time. Feet flat, knees to the sky. Shimmy your buns, no flesh stuck there. And just windshield wipe side to side. If you want to go fast, go. You might find that you want to stay for a little while. Let's make sure our hearts are lifted and our spines feel long from tail to crown. So nice, yeah? Good work. A little goes a long way here. Let's take another breath in and out, whatever you're enjoying. We're going to spiral lift. So get your knees to the right side, please. Let them both fall, but your feet aren't touching one another. Knees are totally separate. About 90-degree bends here. Right hand comes behind, left hand to your hip. Lift a little bit. Just check in with your hip. Make sure it feels okay. Great. Lift your left arm to the sky. Look down towards your right thumb and press your left hand behind your skull. Push your skull back, pulling your left elbow away from your heart. Shine open as wide as you can in your chest, smiling in your collarbones. Let your hips sit back down. Come right back to where you were, or add on. Extend your left leg straight. Heel will lift, ball of foot or big toe mound are down. Same thing, yogis, lift. Optionally, eyes towards your top fingers on the second round. Still might want to cradle your head with the left palm. Remember, we're going wide. Left elbow pushes away from your right fingers. Big breath in. Big breath out as we find our way down. Bring right knee in. Left shin comes in front. We're simply forward folding. If you're able to land your forearms somewhere, turn them to face the sky, widening your chest. Tuck your chin, let the whole back of your neck be long and wrinkle-free. Soften your jaw. Unclenching through your facial features, releasing around your eyes, foreheads, and brows. One more big breath in helps us rise. Use your hands to push up. Lean your hands behind you. Feet flat and wide, knees to sky. Shimmy your buns so there's no tucked under flesh. Okay, once you're comfy, let your knees fall to the left. And we just want to make sure we're not touching in any way. So knees are about 90 degrees. They're open wide. Sit tall. Left hand comes behind. I like to cradle my right hip in the beginning just to make sure it feels okay, like you're giving it some love and encouragement. Squeeze your buns, lift your hips. Feels good? All right, rise through your right hand. Look down towards your left thumb. We're just going to take it easy and long in our necks to begin. Right hand cradles your skull, and then you push your skull back to the best of your ability. Peeling your elbows, fingers, throat, chest, and belly open. Release. Right back to where you were, or we can extend the right leg with the goal of lifting that right heel. Press back down, rise, optionally eyes towards the sky, your right fingers this time. Then give it a clasp behind your head, cradle your head with your open palm and push back for the biggest opening. One more breath in, yogis. Exhale, ease to seated. When you arrive, cross your right shin in front of the left. You might have to do a little wiggling around to get cozy. We're going to take some side bends this time. Leaning to the left, hand or forearm. And then you decide whether you're reaching to your shoulder head, skull, or all the way overhead. Breathing in as you extend. Roll forward. Keep your sits bones connected in your mat or your support, but roll forward to find the other side. Right hand or forearm down. Left arm up. Somewhere interesting. Shoulder, head, skull, reaching overhead. This is another great time to soften your eyes. Just let them blink closed and be still. Come with it. Exhale, roll to the front. One more each side. Big breath up and in. Full exhalation. Linger here. Stay a bit longer. Breathe in again. Come back to the center. Roll as you do. Right hand or forearm down. 2 breaths. Next time you rise, yogis, make your way back to the center. Have a lift, press your hands down. I love to support ourselves, especially now we've worked very hard. Lean back. Fingertips will probably face your toes for a really nice broad chest. And then just bring your feet flat. This is such a simple posture, but a really great one. Free of flesh under your tail. Just gonna simply lift your chest. Push out of your palms. Maybe let your head fall back here. One more big breath in. For the rest of your day, if you have a back on your work chair, you might like to reach back behind you, grab a hold of that, and do something similar to this. Lift your heart, open your throat, drop your head back. Take a big revitalizing breath in. Keep it exactly as you are in your upper body, but extend your legs straight. Tuck your chin back to your chest if your head dropped, and sit up really tall. Push your heels forward, but also walk your cheeks back. Stretch to the sky, flex your feet, take a huge breath in. Exhale, and anywhere you'd like to grab. One of my favorite things, guys, is to grab the mat. So if you can't reach comfortably onto your leg or foot, grab the left and right side of your mat. And as you do, it might bunch all up in a funny way. It's okay. You're gonna pull on the sides of your mat like you wanna pull it back. And it helps you come forward. Oh, so good. Belly comes in tight. And then we exhale. Trying to find a bit more depth each time. Breathe in, maybe we lengthen, rise a little out. Exhale, pull on the sides of your mat or whatever you're holding on to. Last time, big breath in. Really strong and long here. And then keep your position, but do the exact opposite. Let go of any gripping. Soften your toes, let them fall out. Let your hands wiggle free. Maybe we make a few fists and finger wiggles. Shimmy through your shoulders, soften into your belly. Take a big breath. See if you can connect your belly to your thighs. It's so big. Next inhalation, we sit back up tall. And if you have to leave early today, it's 1:56, namaste. If you can stay, we're gonna roll to our backs. So stay as you are. Grab maybe onto the sides of your legs and just slowly slide all the way down to your back. Take a little peek behind you, make sure nothing's in your way. And as you get cozy back there, we'll draw our knees into our chest, making a few circles here. So whether you hold your knees to circle or you spread your arms wide, take some lazy circles for your low back release. Let's switch directions. Roll to the left. Try 2 more circles. If you encountered like a little bubble or a little pocket of tension, feel free to stay on that spot. You can just hold still. Pause and rest right on top of it. And I usually like to see it in my mind's eye, kind of break up and dissipate, spread out, give it the chance to release. After that last circle, pull your knees to your chest. Tuck your nose in between your knees. Take a huge energetic ball squeeze. Release your head and neck again. Tap your toes to the mat and shift your hips to the right. Simply letting your knees fall to the left. Eye gaze looks past your right finger, stretching open and twisting through the low back. You might like to use your left hand and pull your right knee up towards your left armpit for a little extra. Rise, eyes to sky, tap knees back down, scoot your knees to the sky and hips back under your shoulders. Let's go the other way, yogis. Hips left, knees simply fall to the right, eyes look left. That's so nice. If you'd like a little more, right hand can draw left knee up towards your right armpit. Next inhalation, eyes to sky, arms wide, knees side by side. Let's squeeze back up. Shift your hips under your shoulders. Arms reach overhead as far as you can, whatever your space will allow. Toes stretch out. A good afternoon stretch, if you will. Lift your belly high to the sky. Stretch everything really long and strong. And then roll yourself to one side, cradling your head in your bottom arm. Your top hand will help you push right up to seated or kneeling. From there, we'll turn the corner, find our toes tucked table. Find our child's pose or our hovering child, maybe a crouch. We're making our way to forward fold, and then we're rolling slowly, finishing just as we began with a lovely ragdoll rise. All the way to the tip top, clasp your hands, bring some really good energy into your breath here. And as you drop that energy down to your heart center, take a prayer position, a little bow to your very amazing practice today. I am so proud of you for being determined, for sticking with it, for committing to your self-care. I hope you have a lovely Friday and an even better weekend. My light honors yours. Thank you for allowing me this privilege to lead you through a practice. Namaste, yogis.